Guys, Joshua Peterson here, Peterson Electric. It is January 2nd of 2024. Happy New Year to you guys. For you small business owners that follow me on your channel, my channel, you probably realize that at December 31st to January 1st is really no different of the next day. It's just another year to start with a lot of extra stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I was so stupid busy through Christmas and New Year's. I don't know if I've had a Christmas, New Year's this busy in a while. Normally we stay pretty steady, but man, I worked every day during the holiday, whether it was getting the vans ready or whatever. So my hat's off to you guys that run your own business, because you know what it's about. Because as soon as you hit January, you start to get ready for taxes. Good old Uncle Sam, give him more money. Anyways, guys, want to talk to you today about, for my SEO guy, Loveland Power changed their protocol. You saw my video last April of 2023. They actually decided to get away from what they were doing for about a year, which was making the homeowner trench to go underground to the home if there were overhead service mast. For you guys that are joining us and don't know what that is, you see this little guy wire here? Well, that's an overhead mast, but that's for telephone. But see, power maintains a higher point in the air and goes all the way back. And that's a 2-watt triplex. And so it's 150 amp main service on this house. I'll show you. It feeds down to 125 amp sub panel to in the house. And then it feeds 50 amp out here to this house. Go ahead and show them. It's not a house. It's like a little art studio with a garage. It's pretty cool. But that's got 50 amp. Okay, and that's already underground. So that's actually fairly good for the purpose of trying to do a car. I'd like to see more power out there, but hey, if you did a plug-in 32 amp Tesla wall charger, it would be okay on 50 with the refrigerator and some lights. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what it does. It comes overhead. So you no longer, if your service fails, have to go underground to trench it all the way back. So whoever it was in that office that the pawns changed on the chessboard, I'm glad that went away, because that was really difficult. We had fairly few service upgrades and changes last year, which was our bread and butter. So I'm glad to hear that Loveland's back onto common sense. And yes, we still have to upgrade the meter box to a bypass lever, and all the other videos I talked about. Main disconnect outside, can I have a panel on a stairway? All that other 9-yard stuff, yes, you still have to do that. Surge, bonding system bar, and a couple ground rods and grounding the cold water. You still have to have all that. But at least we don't have to talk about trenching it underground unless you want it optional. Anyways, let's move through. I wanted you to see the setup of this. Go ahead, Jathan, and turn. Jathan's helping me again today. Okay. We're going to walk through this pretty quick. It's going to be a short video for you. Lock up as I go. We got just a simple inspections corrections for some wires doubled up in the panel for them selling home. So this panel, they're so fun to find when somebody thinks they're so ugly and they put a mirror over it. Took us a little while, we found it, but this is over a landing on a stairway. Does it classify as a stairway? A stairway, yes, you go upstairs, but it's a landing, and the landing is about 30 inches. So technically, if you had to upgrade, I don't think you have to move it. But if you don't have a ground wire going there, you're in trouble. That's an SC cable, you have to. This is an SCR cable, and it is a 1-aught for good for 125 amp. Okay, let me hit the lights here. So that power is overhead, and there's 20 foot of 2-inch GRC coming down, rigid metal conduit. And then this right here is your 150 amp main, your 125 for the sub panel, and 50 amp going to the garage, and 30 amp for the AC. So they still have room left over for solar and a surge protector. So again, this panel Oh, besides the fact it was falling off the wall, I had to drill a couple pilot holes and put some more screws with washers in. But yeah, this panel's okay as of what they have, but this meter is not the bypass lever meter nor the net meter. It's a disc. So this service was upgraded, my thought is about 15 years ago. So if you touch it, yes, you have to upgrade your meter box to a new Millbank 200 amp with the bypass lever, 5th jaw, bleed off on the neutral, and then a net meter, and then get your permit so they tag it, and then coming in here, and you probably could get away with keeping this panel if something happened, but if the service mast it bends up there, usually we're allowed to change that out and get this fixed. But this is your breakaway point, these 4 screws from the hub of the box. But as you can see, the last electrician did a good job because he literally got that straight. That's a really good job. It's a hard job there. And then he went right through the roof. And so that roof fascia is actually part of the support. But where you see it bend is right up at the roof point. You'll see it sometimes just bend right there at the roof if it has a weak link. Biggest thing is a tree limb, like that neighbor's tree falling on it. So if I was the person moving here, I would definitely talk to my neighbor and say, can we whack that thing off so we don't hit our line? Because if it starts a fire, guess who's responsible? The neighbor. I don't know how that works with homeowners insurance, but the neighbor is responsible. It's on their land. Anyways, guys, yeah, so we don't have to go underground again. Yay, 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 Loveland. Please hold it this way. I hope it's up to 200 amp to stay overhead. I don't know. Maybe it's only 150. But again, it's case-by-case situation that we have to call them. And we are on Lincoln Street. All the President Streets in Loveland, south of the Loveland Lake, have all these old homes. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Have a great and a happy New Year.